Hello future engineers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here is another video in beautiful and challenge problem in mathematics, and this is in calculus about computing the work done in pumping the liquid out to the outlet, pipe outlet. And I'll present two solutions to each problem. So there are four cases here, and let's solve for that required. I will just read the problem on the next slide. So here are the problems. Determine the work done required to pump water out of the full tank if the outlet is 60 centimeters or zero point 0.6 meter above the top of the tank, and the tank is letter A, cylindrical, 2 meters in diameter and 6 meters long and is horizontal. The tank in A is vertical. That's the second situation. Third, a paraboloid revolution 2.4 meters across the top and 1.2 meters high. Then a parabolic tank with vertical ends 2.4 meters across the top, 1.2 meters high, and 3 meters long. So solve each case in two ways. Of course, I need to solve each case in two ways to verify the answers. So for the first one, we have a cylindrical tank 2 meters in diameter. The end section should be vertical because it is laid horizontally. So this is the tank, that's the outlet, zero point 0.6 meter above the top, and the tank is 2 meter in diameter. So let's consider a strip as shown in the figure. Then I'll call this Y, so that, and this one as X. So the width of the strip or the slab is 2x. The radius is 1, so that Y changes from here. So that is Y from -1 to +1. Y changes or varies from -1 to +1. So work is integral of differential weight. The differential weight is the specific weight of water, 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter, times the differential volume. The differential volume is the differential volume of the slab, which is area S times thickness dy. So that is dy. Then the distance of the center of gravity of the slab to the outlet is, because the radius is 1 plus 0.6, 1.6 minus y. So work x, by the way, is square root of 1 square minus y square, and work x therefore is square root of 1 minus y square. So work is integral of 9.81. Area S is 6 meters by 2x, so 12x dy. Area S is 12x dy. So work is in 9.81, integral of 9.81, differential volume area S dy, then distance of to the point of disposal is 1.6. So 1 plus 0.6, 1.6 minus y. Then limits would be from -1 to +1. So substituting area S, work is 9.1, integral from -1 to 1 of 12x, x is square root of 1 minus y square, times 1.6 minus y dy. So 9.31 times 12, using the calculator, high-tech calculator, that's 295.9 kilonewton meter using the high-tech calculator. But the second solution, I'll present three solutions here. The second solution would be the direct way. The centroid of this tank is here, and the distance to the point of disposal is 1 plus 0.6, 1.6. The weight, total weight to be disposed or to be discharged out is equal to specific weight of water times the volume of the tank. The volume of the tank is area pi 1 square area of the circle times 6. So work is 9.81 times volume pi 1 square times 6. So that's the weight. Then point of disposal 1 plus 0.6, 1.6. So you will get the same answer of 295.9 kilonewton meter. The third way is, let's evaluate this integral. Uh, Let me distribute and multiply it by 9.1, 9.81. So the result will be 188.352. 9.81 times 12 times 1.6, that's 188.352. Then integral of square root of 1 minus y squared. Then the second term is minus y square root of 1 minus y squared dy. Take note, the limits are numerically equal from negative 1 to 1, and take note that the second term is an odd function. The integral of an odd function is even function, that the result would be 0 when the limits are numerically equal. That's the technique. Even if you use the calculator, even if you evaluate that, this is just power formula. Because if you let u be 1 minus y squared, the differential is negative 2y dy, and there's already negative y here. Anyway, you have to evaluate that using the calculator, or you evaluate that manually, it will be 0. So let's just simplify the integral considering the first term. So that would be 188.352 integral from negative 1 of square root of 1 minus y squared dy. This is an odd function, sorry, even function, that the integral is odd. So therefore, let's change the limits to 0 to 1 and multiply the integral by 2. You can also evaluate using your high-tech calculator and verify the result that it's the same. So considering this, I'll transform that into 188.352 times 2 times 2, then limits change from 0 to 1 because this is an even function. That's the technique of integration, definite integral. When we have an even function and the limits are numerically equal, you just multiply it by 2, then change limits from 0 to a, to positive a. So this is familiar, constant square minus variable square. We put the variable y equal to 1 sine theta. So dy is cosine theta d theta. And let's form our right triangle with our experience. So sine theta is y over 1, y opposite over hypotenuse 1, and the adjacent side is square root of 1 minus y squared, and this is equal to 1 cosine theta. So take note, this is 1 cosine theta, or simply cosine theta. And the limits would be changed to when y is 0, arc sine of 0 is 0, it's still 0. When y is 1, 1 over 1 is 1, arc sine of 1 is pi over 2. So limits would be 0 to pi over 2. So that would be 188.352 times 2, integral 0 to pi over 2. As mentioned earlier, this is cosine 1 cosine theta, and dy is cosine theta d theta. So this is integral from 0 to pi over 2 of cosine squared theta d theta. We can evaluate this indefinite integral by the Wallay formula, remember? So sine is missing, sine function is missing. It is like sine to the 0 of theta. But the rule is we replace that by 1. And the power of cosine is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 1, 1, because both 0 and 2 are even, then alpha is pi over 2. The result is multiplied by pi over 2, then divided by sum of exponents 2. Since it is already 2, we stop at 2. So 188.352 times 2, 11 pi over 2 over 2, cancel 2. So it is 188.352 times pi over 2, and that is 295.9 kilonewton meter. You can also use your calculator. if you forget the Wallay formula. Another way is I use the double angle formula. Cosine square theta is equivalent to 1 plus cosine 2 theta all over 2. I just evaluate, integrate. This is the fourth way. Then cancel 2. So that's 188.352 integral of 1 plus cosine 2 theta d theta. So integral of 1 d theta is theta, while the integral of cosine 2 theta d theta is sine 2 theta over 2. So work is 188.352 quantity theta plus sine 2 theta over 2 from 0 to pi over 2. So 188.352 times pi over 2 plus sine of 2 times pi over 2 sine of pi, sine 180 is 0. Then minus lower limit 0, sine of 0 is also 0. So it is just pi over 2. So work is 188.352 times pi over 2. Then that is also 295.9 kilonewton meter or kilojoules. So for the next case, we have a tank, same tank, but this time erected vertically. So it stands vertically, so the 2-meter diameter circles will be the top and bottom sections as shown in the figure. So this is the strip, the slab, which is circular disc. Then the area S is constant, pi times radius square, 1 square. So we call this y, that's dy. Then the distance of the center of gravity of this differential element to the point of disposal is, because the height is 6.6 minus y. So work is integral of 9.81 area S dy times distance quantity 6.6 minus y. So 9.81 pi 1 square. So pi 1 square is still pi. Then dy point of disposal 6.6 minus y. From 0 to 6, since the integral is easy to evaluate, then I'll just leave it to you. You can easily evaluate that. The answer is 665.7 kilonewton meter. Then for the other technique, the direct way is weight of water to be discharged out of the tank, to be pumped out of the tank at this level. So the distance of the center of gravity of water is 3 half of 6, 3 plus 0.6, so 3.6. While the weight is 9.81 times volume of the tank, pi 1 square times 6. So weight of water 9.81 times volume, pi 1 square times 6. Distance to the point of disposal 3 plus 0.6, 3.6. So it is also 665.7 kilonewton meter. Then for part C, a paraboloid of evolution 2.4 meters across the top and 1.2 meters high. So that's the paraboloid. That's 2.4 across the top, so 1.2, 1.2. Then the distance from the both vertex is y, thickness of this or slab dy. This is the height 1.2. So by squared property of parabola, y as to x squared equals 1.2 as to 1.2 squared. So work is integral of 9.81 pi x squared dy. Then distance to the point of disposal is 1.2 plus 0.6, 1.8, 1.8 minus y. So work integral 0 to 1.2. Then differential weight 9.1 pi x squared dy. Distance to point of disposal 1.2 plus 0.6, 1.8 minus y. So the distance from here to the point of disposal is 1.8 minus y. By squared property of parabola, y as to x squared equals 1.2 as to 1.2 squared. So that means x squared is 1.2y. So replacing x squared here by 1.2y. So work equals 9.81 pi integral 0 to 1.2, 1.2y, then 1.8 minus y dy. You can evaluate that easily by power formula. I'll leave that to you. You may also use your high-tech calculator for those who are allowed to use their high-tech calculator. Then the work is equal to 26.63 kilonewton meter. Then for the second method, uh, 9.81 times volume of paraboloid of revolution pi over 2, radius 1.2, square height 1.2. So that's the volume. Then distance to the point of disposal, distance of center of gravity of paraboloid is 1/3 of the height, 1.2 over 3 from the base, then plus 0.6. So our work is 9.1 times pi over 2, 1.2 square times 1.2, volume of paraboloid. Then distance to the point of disposal, again, this is 2/5 of 1.2, sorry, 1/3 of 1.2, then plus 0.6. So this is 2/3 distance to centroid or center of gravity from the vertex, 2/3 of the height. From the base, 1/3 of the height. So 1/3 of 1.2. So calculating, that's also 26.63 kilonewton meter. Then for 27D, we have a parabolic tank with vertical ends 2.4 meters across the top, 1.2 meters high, and 3 meters long. So the ends are parabolic, then it is 3 meters long. That's 3 meters. Not so clear. That's 3 meters. So the parabolic ends, vertical ends, 2.4 meters across the top, 1.2 meters high. So we still call XX the total dimension of this slab is 2x. The length is 3. So 3 times 2x, that's area S 6x, then thickness dy for the differential volume. So that's why XX. So work is integral 0 to 1.2 of specific weight of water in kilonewtons per cubic meter times area S dy. That's differential volume. Area S is 3 meters by rectangular slab. 3 meters times 2x. So that's 3 times 2x. Thickness dy. Then distance to the point of disposal 1.2 plus 0.6, 1.8 minus y. So replacing x by squared property of parabola, it is square root of 1.2y. So 9.1 times 6 is 58.86. Integral from 0 to 1.2. Again, x is square root of 1.2y. If you apply squared property of parabola, then quantity 1.8 minus y dy. Again, the integral is easy to evaluate. That's power formula. I will leave that to you. Using the high-tech calculator, the work is 61.03 kilonewton meter. The alternate solution is work equals 9.81 times volume of this parabolic tank, and the volume of the parabolic tank is area of the parabola 2/3 2.4 times 1.2 times length perpendicular to the screen, which is 3. That's the volume. So 9.1 times volume is weight. Then distance to the point of disposal, because this is now a plane parabola, it's different from the centroid of a paraboloid of revolution. The distance from the base to the centroid or center of gravity is 2/5 of the height, because the distance from the vertex to that center of gravity is 3/5 of the height. So this is 2/5 of 1.2. Then don't forget to add 0.6. So our work is 9.81. Volume of tank is area of parabola 2/3 2.4 times 1.2, then times length into the board or screen 3. That's the volume of the tank with parabolic ends. Then distance to the point of disposal, 2/5 of height 1.2 plus zero point 0.6. Computing, it is also 61.03 kilonewton meter. So that's it for this video.